Hi, Assalamualaikum. So today we are from Group 4. We would like to present about the wine analysis metabolites by using 1H NMR. So today I would like to introduce our group member first before start with the presentation. So start with me. My name is Nur Aisyah binti Muhammad Abdul Fattah and my matric number is 201888.
My name is Nardiana Fahana binti Muhammad Zulkifli. My matric number 201889.
My name is Nur Faiz bin Nur Faizal and my matric number is 202441.
Now I will be presenting about the introduction to our metabolomics that our group chose, which is the wine analysis metabolites by using 1H NMR spectroscopy. Why 1H NMR spectroscopy? This is because this technique was applied for the identification as well as quantification of its component, which is the wine metabolites, interpreting the unique fingerprint of the wine sample, and also predicting wine properties by classification models. How does this spectroscopy technique work? So there are two preparation procedures, which are direct analysis and freeze drying lyophilization of the sample. The reference standard that will be used is formic acid 3-trimethyl-silapropionate acid, or also known as the TSP, or 2,2-dimethyl-2-silapentane 5-sulfonate, or also known as DSS. Next, the pH of the wine sample will be adjusted to a precise value, typically 2.8 and 3.4. And finally, direct analysis will be performed. Now I will pass to Ain for the result. Thank you.
Alright, now I will explain the results obtained for wine analysis metabolite by using 1H NMR. Of the results for direct analysis, all results of wine metabolites without water and ethanol separation. While on the right, it shows the data of 1H NMR of wine metabolites with water and ethanol separation. Let's look at the data of the direct analysis. Based on the spectrum, they have three peaks present. The highest peak shows the water signal with a chemical shift at 4.8 ppm and also shows the singlet peak. Then another two peaks more upfield show the ethanol. The signals around 3.6 ppm and also 1.2 ppm. Then the n+1 rule given the multiplicities, either it is singlet, doublet, triplet or quartet, by looking the neighbor structure. From ethanol structure, it can be identified that the methylene group shows the quartet peak at 3.6 ppm by looking the neighbor structure and using the n+1 rule. Otherwise, the methyl group shows the triplet at 1.2 ppm by using the n+1 rule and looking by the neighbor structure. Then the data of the spectrum shows further signals are not visible. Okay, now let's move on to the second data analysis of wine metabolites by using water and ethanol separation. Based on the data spectrum, it shows that amino acids, alcohols, sugar, carboxylic acids and their derivatives, phenolic compound, carbonic compounds such as aldehydes and ketones are present. Next, the wine metabolites are also present, like compound classes are acid, for example acetic, lactic, malic and fumaric, then carbohydrates such as glucose, fructose and sucrose, last but not least alcohols like 2,3-butanediol, methanol and ethanol also present.
Okay, let's move to the advantage and disadvantage of 1H NMR. The advantage of 1H NMR is it is very fast because of highly abundant of 1H isotope. The sample also not be destroyed by doing NMR, and it also has highly reproducible and has a wide linearity range. Also, it's very robust. However, 1H NMR also has limitation, which is lower sensitivity complex signal due to spin-spin coupling, resulting in several peaks per single component and overlap peak from various components. In conclusion, 1H NMR better can determine the quantity of wine metabolite by such factor as signal multiplicity, possible of signal integration and signal location. It also can control by comparing the measured content with the regulatory with established indicator value. Last but not least, feel free to scan the QR code to learn more about wine. That's all for us. Thank you.